ladies, and welcome to Zaza's Kitchen. I am so excited to be bringing you all the first of many recipe videos. This first week, we are going to be getting into some spinach artichoke dip, which is a fan favorite. I'm telling y'all, if you bring this to a potluck, people will not stop asking you to bring it. I promise. The first thing we are going to be doing is sauteing spinach. So you're going to melt that butter on a medium-high heat and then just saute it off. You just want that spinach to wilt to be able to mix into the other ingredients, which we'll get into a bit later. But we're just going to keep that pan covered, and then we're going to begin coarsely chopping some artichokes. We want them to be nice and bite-sized. So what I do is I cut them in half, and then I cut them into 3 pieces in the opposite direction, and I'm just going to repeat this process until all of our artichokes are done being chopped. So now I'm just transferring my artichokes into a separate container, and then I am going to be removing my spinach from the heat. It has cooked down enough for us to mix into our mixture later. We want to get as little water as possible, all right? So after you finish, your spinach should look just like that. Next, you are going to be mincing some garlic cloves. I'm going to do 5. You can do more if you like. All right, I am smashing the garlic with my knife, and then I am just peeling it to prepare to mince. I am first going to put them in a pile on the cutting board, and then we're just going to go over it with our knife, and then we're doing that continuously to get very, very small pieces. These are going to be going into our mayonnaise, cream cheese, sour cream mixture, so we want to make sure we get it as small as possible. All right, and I'm just going to continue doing this to get my desired size. Next, we are going to be transferring our garlic to a bowl, and then we're going to be adding mayonnaise and sour cream. This is going to be the base for the spinach artichoke dip. Next, we are going to just give this a nice stir. The goal here is for everything to be combined. Next, we are going to season with granulated garlic. You can also use garlic powder. We're seasoning with kosher salt to taste, and then we're adding those artichokes that we chopped up earlier. We are also adding mozzarella and parmesan to the bowl. We're going to stir that, and then we're also adding cream cheese. Cream cheese is really the star of the show, y'all. It's going to add the perfect texture to the dip, and it has a nice tart taste. After adding those cheeses, you want to stir everything, and then you want to make sure you're breaking down that cream cheese, that it's not in huge clumps in your bowl. We are going to season our dip a little more with some crushed red pepper. Y'all know me, I love some spice, gonna find any reason to add some. And then we're doing black pepper, freshly cracked is preferred. It's gonna elevate your dish, I promise. The next order of business is to remove all the excess moisture from the spinach. This is going to take a bit of paper towels, but it's super, super important because you do not want soggy spinach artichoke dip. Absolutely not. The final step of this recipe is to chop your spinach. You want to make sure you're chopping it into small enough pieces so that when you go to scoop your dip with your chip, it's not awkward and hanging off and too big for your bite. We are now going to transfer the spinach into the bowl where we prepare all of the other ingredients, and then we're going to stir everything as we've been doing. Now let's place the dip into an oven-safe casserole dish or aluminum pan. You want to make sure you lightly oil it, lightly spray it so it does not stick. Now we are going to smooth the dip and make sure that it's in an even layer, and then we are going to finally add shredded mozzarella cheese on top to give it that ooey gooey cheesy sensational feel. We are going to bake it at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes, and then you can broil it if you'd like to get that browning on top. You can find the full recipe by clicking the link in the description box below. If you cook this, make sure to tag me in the comments so I can see what you're working with, and then tag me on Instagram at Zaza's Kitchen. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. See y'all on next week's video.